Hi, I'm Sarah from the Board Game Barbecue. So we've been sent this great game from Talon Strikes Studios ahead of their Kickstarter launch in March. It's called Night Market and it's designed by Zwain. Now, Night Market is a Euro game and it's about running a night market in Taipei. And it's a very cool theme. It looks gorgeous, and keep in mind this isn't what it will look like when it's been produced. This is just the prototype copy, the Kickstarter copy. But it's primarily a worker placement game. And it's all about, as I said, making money, as much money as you can, selling your popular dishes, making them more renowned so that people come to your stall and buy your signature dishes. And to do that, we actually, over the course of 1 year, so there's 4 different seasons, and for each season there is a day phase and a nighttime phase. So in the day phase, that's when we're doing our worker placement. And the thing I really like about this game is that when you're doing your worker placement, you at first you just trigger the place that your worker goes. And then after that, if you have another worker in a place that is, directly in line with one space in between another worker, you actually get to activate the space in between as well. So it's really cool. I like all the combinations that can happen when you start to triangulate with your workers and things like that. And you can upgrade your stalls. So you can add more stalls, you can hire chefs, you can attract different customers. And the customer part is really cool as well. So the customers, they come in the night phase. So that's the day phase. Then we shift to the night phase when we've got all our food. And then we start welcoming these customers and we start selling the food that we've gathered during the day. And then the customers come along and they buy those items. So it's split between this day phase and the night phase. Now, this is a pretty medium complexity game. It's not super complex, but there are a lot of moving parts. And I really like that there's almost 2 different games going on. There's the day game where you're doing your worker placement and trying to get as many combos as you can so you get as much food as you can get. And there's also blocking going on as well with the other players. So you can stop the other players from getting these neat combos if you can. So you're always constantly weighing up between what's the best move for me and what move do I want to stop my opponent from doing, because they might get something that's just too powerful and you don't want them to get it. So there's that worker placement during the day, and then at night when you're playing sort of a solitaire game where you have all your food and you're trying to work out what's best for all of the customers that you'll have lined up here and trying to sell the most, make the most money. Money is going to be points at the end of the game, as well as if you can sell out all your food, this track will go up and you'll get points. If you can sell all these signature dishes and make them most famous, then you'll get points for that. Building all your stalls will get you bonus points. Hiring all the chefs will get you bonus points. So there's points to be had everywhere. It's really nice. There's a lot of different decisions to make in the game, which I really liked. And I really like that this board is sort of yours to control. There is a different game going on here with these cute little food tokens. Now, in terms of cons, if there were any in this game, I would just say that these food tokens, they're fine for me. I've got nails and I've got sort of, my fingers are not, they're kind of agile, they're not too bad. But some people's hands, they might feel that these tokens are too small for them. So that's a possibility. But again, it's just a prototype copy, so I'm not sure if that will change later on. And just it takes up a lot of table space, so they have to be aware of that. Some people might not have the table space for this. That's just a possibility. These player boards are really large. But again, that might change with the final copy of the game. So who do I think this game is for? This game for me, it has a very, my opinion is it has a very family-friendly theme. I can see a lot of my friends also digging this theme. Widely very appealing, and it is great because it's only a medium weight game. This is a game to me that feels like a next step game. So if someone was looking for a little bit more complexity than say a Ticket to Ride or a Splendor, then a game like this is great because it just sort of gives you a little bit more decision and autonomy over what you're doing. You're not going to be doing the same thing every game, whereas in something like Splendor, once you've played a few times, same with Ticket to Ride, you know what's going to get you the points, and you just go for that. Whereas this one, it opens up the decision space a little bit more. So that's why I would say it's a next step game. You can sort of plan to go for selling a lot of signature dishes. That's fine, but then which ones do you want to sell? Which bonuses do you want to get? The decisions are simple, but there's a lot more of them in this, and you can do what you want to do, and I really like that. But the game is also a family time limit. And what I mean by that is it's not going to go for a very long time. It has the 4 seasons, which are split into 2 phases, so the game will never drag. It's going to be that family game length. It's not going to make the kids want to fall asleep. But again, at the same time, it's not really for young kids either. You're going to be playing this probably with maybe 10 and up years old would probably be fine. So let's talk about competitiveness in this game. There's quite a lot of friendly competition in this game because you're all going for the same goals every season. And of course, people are going to be trying to block you somewhat on the board and not allow you to get as many combos. Now, one of the combos I didn't talk about was if you get 3 meeples in a row, you actually get to activate all those places again. So not only do you get a combination of a meeple like this or the space in between, you get to activate that, but 3 in a row also gives you all 3. So I really enjoyed that part of the game as well. So that's Night Market. It's an economic game. You're making money, selling food. There's these 2 spatial puzzles. There's the worker combo puzzle over here, which feels really satisfying, especially when you don't get blocked. And then there's this really cute little placement puzzle here where you're trying to sell the most food and as efficiently as possible, make the most money. So one of the things in Night Market is that you're spending money to make money. A lot of the time you'll feel like you're spending too much during the day phase because you're building upgrades and hiring people, but every season your engine gets better. You have more customers, they're buying more food and you're making more money, and your stalls are bigger. Everything just gets bigger and better, and it feels really great. I love that about it. That's probably my favorite thing. So it's like a quick engine builder, only 4 rounds, and yet you can see the difference between your market in the first round, which is very humble, to your bustling, crowded night market in round 4. So very enjoyable game. I think it's, as I said, the theme is broadly appealing for a lot of people, and I think you should check it out. So that's coming to Kickstarter in March. It's called Night Market, designed by Adam Zwain and published by Talon Strikes Games. Feel free, if you'd like to watch more of our videos, to hit subscribe, and if you press the bell as well, then you'll be notified when we have new videos coming out. Thank you very much.